A group of restaurants in Carlsbad defy the new stay-at-home order and reopen their patios. The response from the community tonight.
The first doses of the COVID-19 vaccine could be just days from reaching San Diego. Why some healthcare workers will be left out of that first wave.
Children growing up in foster care face tough and lonely experiences. As part of our Season of Hope, we'll show you how one local organization is helping the most vulnerable succeed.
ABC 10 News at 6 starts now.
Less than a week into the new stay-at-home order, and many local businesses say it's too much. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Businesses fearing the worst under the shutdown order say they have no choice but to stay open. Our ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala shows us many reopened their outdoor patios just this afternoon, and community members are out to support them.
The owner of Oak and Elixir has already taken so many reservations tonight. She expects approximately 100 people to dine here at her patio. She says this is not about defiance, it's about surviving.
We have to open up, otherwise we risk losing our business entirely.
Annie Rammel owns Oak and Elixir in Carlsbad. She spent $7,000 to have this deck built, providing outdoor dining for patrons. It was going well until she had to shut things down once again this week as coronavirus cases surged and restrictions on in-person dining were put back in place.
Closed, open, closed, open. A lot of us are not doing well. We're not doing well. The takeout and to-go is not, we're losing money on that.
Annie and a group of small business owners in Carlsbad and Oceanside decided they will reopen for in-person dining and take their chances. She says if she doesn't do this, her 15 employees would be laid off during an already rough year.
It's for our employees to put food on their tables. Some of them have children that they need to be able to provide for, and the holidays are coming, and it's like, I'm not going to do that to my employees. I'm just not going to.
Her patio will be open starting Friday evening, and just next door at Caldo Pomodoro, customers were seated outside for lunch.
So we're basically fighting for our lives, and we've been here for 29 years. It's a family-owned and operated restaurant the entire time. They're great people. It's not that we're doing anything wrong, it's just we want to survive.
Carlsbad police say they're responding to reports of businesses operating outside of the health orders, but the goal is to gain compliance through education. But willful violations witnessed by officers are reported to the county for documentation.
We're scared to lose our ABC license, which is our liquor license. If that happens, the group of us is saying we're going to push through. We have some attorneys on our side, and they say we have a really good fight here because there is no evidence that these spikes are coming from us.
Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
And it's not just the North County. More business owners are defying the latest shutdown order as well. In Point Loma, the Blonde Voyage salon, it's carrying on business as usual. The owner says she could not stomach another closure. She received a $3,000 PPP loan, but has otherwise had to get through on her own. She says she's booked full at the moment.
I want you guys to always love the person you see in the mirror. And I think mental health is a huge, huge issue.
In the meantime, the county has served nearly 30 restaurants, bars, gyms, and religious organizations with cease and desist orders since the order took effect on Monday. The Blonde Voyage Salon is not one of them. And this morning, the Rancho Bernardo Winery announced on social media that it would also reopen for socially distant on-site dining this weekend.
For the first time, the county's 14-day rolling average for positive cases has hit 8%. The average has seen nothing but growth the past few days. The county also broke another single-day record, reporting more than 2,800 cases. And that's pushed our total number of cases since the pandemic began to more than 100,000. Sadly, we're also seeing a greater number of deaths. 23 more San Diegans have died of the virus. That's more than 1,100 in all. And the latest stay-at-home order was triggered by shrinking ICU capacity, which is now down to 6.2% in Southern California as a region. Yesterday, it was 7.7%. San Diego is grouped in with 10 other counties that often share resources and patients when hospitals become overwhelmed.
The CEO of Palomar Health is responding after nurses and other healthcare workers protested in front of the hospital this morning. They claim that they're being overworked and don't have enough personal protective equipment.
Palomar claims that they took a hit due to the pandemic. but it's the nurses and caregivers who are taking the hit in the form of increased patient loads, unsafe staffing levels, and inadequate PPE.
Palomar Health recently received a waiver from the state allowing it to increase the number of patients assigned to each nurse. Well, today, the health system CEO told ABC 10 News the waiver only applies to one 12-bed unit and is only in preparation for a surge in patients.
This is one way for us to be prepared to do that should we need to. It has not been implemented yet, and we will not implement it unless it's necessary.
And she added that Palomar Health will not require its employees to get the COVID vaccine when it's available, similar to its policy on the yearly flu shot.
We're getting closer to the first coronavirus vaccines arriving in San Diego. More than 28,000 doses will soon be shipped and administered to frontline workers at our hospitals. ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer De La Cruz explains why some healthcare workers will still be left out.
While 28,000 doses of the vaccine might sound like a lot, the county says it won't be enough to cover healthcare workers at the top of the list to get it. It's a start, but Dr. Robert Schooley says we'll still have a long way to go.
It's going to take a while, but at least now we understand what the end point will be.
According to the county, the initial shipment will only cover 72% of the top-tier healthcare workers who need it. That's not enough for long-term care residents and staff also in that top tier. The shipment only covers the initial dose of the vaccine. The second required doses will come from other shipments. Dr. Schooley says UCSD is allowing staff to sign up by priority.
You can get vaccinated in the next 48, 72 hours once your name is up.
While there won't be enough doses for all of their front line, it's giving them hope.
The good news is we're going to be getting quite a few doses of vaccine. We'll be getting farther down the list than we thought we were going to get.
The next hurdle for the vaccine is gaining widespread public trust.
These vaccines have been in tens of thousands of people, and the FDA has gone over the data extremely carefully. I certainly would have absolutely no qualms myself about being vaccinated this afternoon.
Dr. Schooley says about 70% of Americans need to get vaccinated to reach herd immunity. He estimates that could take up to 9 months. Jennifer De La Cruz, ABC 10 News.
The county says they expect the second shipment of vaccines to arrive in 3 to 4 weeks.
Nearly a month later, the mayor of National City just got her second dose as part of the vaccine trial she's taking part in. Alejandra Sotelo-Solis tells our partners at KPBS that she believes things are going well. It's been 29 days since she first got the vaccine from Johnson & Johnson. She says she joined the trial to show people the vaccine is safe, even inspiring her own father to get it when it's widely available.
If my dad, who I love so much, has the trust in me, in his life, to say that I will be willing to take the vaccine, that to me means so much. And if I can do that for other dads and other moms and other community members, then so be it.
Sotelo-Solis says she didn't experience any symptoms or side effects beyond a light headache and some soreness in her arm. And with cases still surging and the number of ICU beds continuing to drop, you can follow the latest coronavirus developments with the ABC 10 News app. You can find it for free in the App Store.
The driver who hit and killed a woman in Fallbrook yesterday has still not been found, and investigators are asking for your help. The CHP released this surveillance video showing the driver of a black pickup truck speeding away from the scene. The deadly crash happened around 5 p.m. on Gerd Road. The 60-year-old woman died at the scene. She was walking with her husband at the time. He was not hurt. Investigators are searching for this black pickup, which would have damage to the right front side.
Let's hope they find them. The San Diego Foundation is committing hundreds of thousands of dollars to STEM programs around the county. There are 13 nonprofit programs in all, including those at many of the area's universities, as well as the San Diego Natural History Museum and the Salk Institute. They will receive their share of the $750,000. The goal is to create more opportunities for students, especially from underrepresented communities, in pursuit of STEM degrees.